Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Wow, you guys, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are feeling fantastic. I do want to go ahead and say thank you so much for being here, you guys. Thank you for holding space. I do have a transition coming up pretty soon again, and the amount of emails, of messages, of joy, and just gratitude, I am beyond excited, okay? And it means so much to me that I'm making such a big difference for all of you. So as we move along, I will take note. Personal readings are still available, but as I flow, I definitely have noticed that I need a little more self-care. I need a little more time for healing. So I hope that, as we continue to progress, I will do a chatty video this week or the next based off of healing methods. So as you know, I have gotten into painting for healing, so that makes me really excited, and I just want to share some methods, you guys, on how I, pretty much hold space during a time of healing trauma or a time of healing a shift. One of the things I've noticed about moving is it can really be taxing on the mind and the soul. So I know a lot of us right now, we are moving into a place of trying to figure out our life purpose. Yeah, life purpose, because, with this whole pandemic, right, I haven't tried to focus a lot of energy on it because in life, I really hold a strong belief system that we take what we're given and we make something out of it. And it's about, for me, that this time has been a deep, deep level of reflection and sitting in gratitude with what I have and focusing on the alchemic experience. Yeah. So I'm going to follow it up with a chatty video. I feel like we all would benefit from how to more, instead of my luscious and amazing rants, it's going to be more of a 1, 2, 3, okay? And I also want to discuss chatty videos on validation, okay? I want to talk about validation and how we can start conquering our fears, step into our power, how we can become more confident in who we are without needing validation. So that's going to be a second chatty video I'm going to do. And so I'm just trying to take this moment in with you guys. And thank you so much for your Cash App donation. I was able to get these beautiful flowers, you guys. I hope you enjoyed on the channel. Once I get to my own space, I'll definitely have it all decked out in roses and flowers everywhere. But I'm in gratitude. We are here in a temporary place. It's beautiful. The energy, the vibe is high, and I love it. And super grateful. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a pick a card video on how are they feeling. So we are going to get an energy update on your person, on your beloved. And I did want to go ahead and do some paintings, but we're not going to do paintings today. So I figured we'd just do some Color Mage Oracle cards here. And I also wanted to share my Goddess deck with you. So this is great for clairvoyance, anyone starting their path for psychic abilities. Color is my thing. I'm pursuing a master's in art therapy. I want to be an art therapist and really focus on color. This is great for those of you who are interested. And look at this deck, you guys. Tell me this is not fantastic. Look at the backs of the cards. Let's take a look at the front. We have like the Ascended Masters. Look at that. Amazing, right? Oh, I'm not too sure on the artist, but I'll go ahead and link them below. I figured we'd switch it up a little bit, do something a little bit different. Okay, so if you are new, welcome. Welcome to the channel. I am a psychic medium. I do read tarot intuitively. I start with the channeled message and then I move on to the description of the cards. I am clairvoyant, I am clairaudient, I am a medium. I do have all that information to book with me below. Also, if you are interested in continuing to support, as I was able to get these beautiful, beautiful roses, and I hope you enjoy it, you guys, okay? My Cash App is below, my PayPal is below, and my Amazon wish list. And I also have my my PayPal, yeah, I did say PayPal, and my Indie Deck wish list, yeah? Perfect. So let's check in on the energies of your beloved to see what exactly is going on with them. I have a few casual decks today. I'm so excited to just, wow, you guys, I can't wait to share, you know, where I end up, my destination, my home, because then I'm really going to revamp the vibe for all of us. I'm going to have all these roses. I'm going to have everything. It's going to be extra. You guys are going to love it. You ready for the decks? Okay, let's do this. Okay. So let's go ahead and touch base on your beloved and see what's going on with them. How are they feeling? Please join me on my Instagram. You guys, I have testimonials, reviews. I do pick a card readings. I have a bunch of cool stuff on there. I also have spiritual tips that I'll be working on. If you guys want to talk about meditation, I've been learning different styles of meditation, breath work. I've just been practicing with a few things, so if you guys want a video on that, we can do that. Let me know. Comment below. The first pile is the She-Wolf Tarot. The second is the Light Seers. The third is the Crystal Visions Tarot. Also, I do give complimentary healing sessions, okay, as I go, whenever I'm guided to, on my Instagram story. Am I missing anything else? If you guys would be so gracious and you love my videos, please share my content, you guys. Yes. Okay, take a deep breath. Let's start with pile 1, but I want to go ahead and get some energies in. Let's see what's going on with your person, you guys. Yeah? Pile 1. Okay, we have Isis. We have one who is all. Yes. Isis, yes. Look at this. The Egyptian goddess of magic. She's the magician. The divine feminine. She is the mother. Mother Mary. Right? I see her as a form of Mother Mary here. I don't know about you guys. And you know what I love? She has the lotus. Wow. You and your beloved, you guys have an Egyptian past. There's definitely some past life connections here in Egypt. If you guys see me doing energy work on my heart, please don't mind me. It's just part of my healing process for the last year. You guys, this is magic. Your relationship right now is undergoing a lot of, it's almost like, wow, you guys, I'm having a vision of these two ravens merging together. It's like you're merging the ethers into the earth plane. This is amazing. So a lot of you guys may have a very deep, transformative relationship. Okay, so it almost feels like a push-pull. You and your beloved, there's a push-pull here. And I'm also having a vision of a mirror. So there's a mirror in front of you and your beloved. So both of you guys are moving through a mirroring process. Okay? So this means that you are mirroring a lot of their shadow or their light and vice versa. You guys are seeing a lot of each other. Okay? You're seeing so much of each other. And you're saying, wow, I see myself. Or I see my better half. You know, you guys, right now, my vision, there's a lot of restrictions. So there's a barrier here blocking you guys. So there's a lot of restrictions here, okay? So I am getting a level of timing, divine timing. You know, Isis, when she showed up into my life, and she's still very present, but I take her form as Ishtar now. She's more of a Babylonian, Mesopotamia deity for me. I do feel that you guys can feel, you can feel this deep-rooted connection. And not only that, it's almost like I'm getting the feminine. You're saying, I can feel our rise. The feminine here, you're saying, I can feel your love. And you know, when I think about the lotus, you guys, I always think about abundance, prosperity, a legacy. There's an unconditional love here, right? Isis loved Osiris at all costs, no matter what. She even went to the extent of putting him back together, right? And the reason why I love her so much, I think there was a myth. I do think there was a myth here where she cloaked herself. This is one of my favorite. You guys, I hope I'm not taking too much of your time, but I want to share this with you because it's beautiful. I read a short myth about how she cloaked herself into a homeless woman. She was out on the street and she didn't have money, or she just perceived herself this way. And she went, you know, into town. She knocked on people's doors. And her whole motive was, who is going to give me a home when I look like this? When I look like a homeless woman on the street, like a beggar. So she put everybody to the test. And there was one woman, out of all the doors that closed, there was one woman who let her in, who wasn't embarrassed of her, who didn't cloak, you know, who you know, she cloaked herself but didn't make her feel less than. And she let her in. Immediately, the woman said, can I give you some water? Can I give you some food? Are you doing okay? Here's a bed, without hesitation. And so Isis stayed the night, the goddess Isis, right? And in the morning, she crowned her as one of her own. And she showed her who she really was. And she was this beautiful Egyptian goddess with tons of coins, tons of legacy, a lot of status. And you know why she crowned her? Because she was the only person in town who did not judge her for looking like a beggar or looking like a homeless, because she was never homeless. Can you believe how many people were shocked? If you guys know who she crowned, please comment below, because that story touched me. This is the kind of empathy both of you guys are bringing into this world. A legacy of one who is all. Chills, I feel that. This is deep. Intoxication in slipper and reverse. Okay, so both of you guys have this intense pull to towards each other. There's an intensity, and when I think about grapes, I always think about royalty. I always think about something long lasting. I always think about building, right? A lot of building. Both of you guys have an intense relationship when it comes to passion, or maybe even toxicity. Like there's a little bit of some makeup to breakup energy. You know what song is coming to mind? I Can't Stand That I Love You by Neo. This person feels like as if they cannot disconnect from you. It's like impossible, right? Maybe you guys are feeling this pull too. So there's an intensity, but there's also, it's like there's a temptation to lower your vibration, because this person, for the feminine, this person is teaching you how to honor your sacred feminine. Isis is one of the strongest deities in Egypt. She represents a teacher. Okay, magic isn't just about magician energy. Magic isn't just about what she represents. Magic is about unconditional love. So this is what you guys are representing here in your relationship. You guys are bringing, it's like the feminine here, you are showing your masculine how to transform. You see these butterflies? You're bringing this into your connection, right? You're allowing yourself to remove fallacies. You're bringing your best foot forward. And it's almost like you can see a lot of the back and forth, right? You can see a lot of the feelings of being unsure. Your person is unsure with you. And the reason why they're unsure is because you are activating a lot of this right here, a lot of love. For some, this person may have been orphaned at a very young age, or both of you guys are kind of mirroring a lot of abandonment, inner child triggering. And I say that because, Isis, she is the mother of children who have been orphaned and left out in the cold. So you see that there? Grounding this connection. Right now, both of you guys are really pulling towards each other to ground this connection. Your person travels a lot, or they're back and forth, or there's a lot of no, I don't want to commit, or no, there's a lot of insecurity about your masculine. But when they see you, you are all encompassing. You are everything that they've ever wanted. You are their earth. You are their sustenance. So Kim Kardashian meme, what do I bring to the table? Or when he asks you what you bring to the table, comment below who knows the answer to that. We have anticipation and excitement. Some of you guys are going to be connecting maybe on an unexpected trip coming up. I am getting like a summertime reconnection. You know, some of you are Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I'm getting a strong Aquarian energy. I'm getting a Sagittarian energy, and I'm also getting a Leo or a Libra. There's a lot of freedom here. There's a live and let live kind of motto between you guys. But the feminine, you're a little more free. You're a little more detached. Your masculine is learning how to ground themselves. You know, they are actually cloaked in a lot of shadow energy. So what you are doing, you are holding space for them to evolve. But in the meantime, it's driving you kind of nuts. Are you in or are you out? Are you in this or are you out? So underneath this beautiful tent of love that you guys have grown together, there is a rose blossoming, having a vision of a rose. It's beautiful, it's white, and there's golden edges, okay? So we have mindfulness. Both of you are growing in different ways. It's more about, I see you. You know, when we enter a relationship, right, naturally it's like, oh, I see your physique. I see what you look like. This is more about energy. This is more about, I feel you. And your person has never met someone who can feel them aside from you. So you're bringing a whole different level of awareness here. You're showing them how to love from a place of heart. Okay, we have release your ex. Something happened in June. This person keeps a journal of your love. Having a vision of a journal here in June. Or maybe there's something shifting for you guys in June. Believe it or not, they write about their feelings, or they're very in tune with writing, creative writing, maybe lyrics. Keep an open mind in reverse. This is what I feel. This person in the 5D, they have been roping you. This means roping. It means they have been keeping you bound to their energy. They don't want to let you go. This person is continuously trying to keep you in whatever current situation they're trying to keep you in. There's a lot of please don't let me go. Right? But what you see here, their earth is crumbling. I'm having a vision of their earth crumbling here. And it needs to crumble because what they're not really understanding is something about their belief system of this connection. Something about the way they are maybe even projecting. They're not seeing this right. Okay? They're not seeing this right. So a lot of you, there's a chemistry, there's a duality. I'm almost getting like a Gemini and a Leo, an Aries and a Sag. I'm getting an Aquarius and a Cancer. Your masculine is more focused on, you know, they're teaching you about how to use your energy properly. You know what? I am getting a lot of them trying to kind of dim. They're trying to kind of dim the fact that this relationship is very physical, and they're bringing a new wave of energy. They're showing you a more philosophical way of loving. And for some, this person wanted to be a friend. They chose to be a friend, or they just they dismissed that this could be a possibility because of their belief system. And it's something about now I'm falling in love with you. What's that song, you guys? Music Soul Child. About being friends. The feminine, you're very passionate. You're a force. And what you're doing is you're adding value into your masculine's life. You're saying, here, I know how to heal you. And you're very protected. So you see how your masculine has the bandage here? They have a bandage around their third eye. They're hiding the fact that they're actually very in tune with the spiritual realm. There's a judgment here, something about judging, you guys, and now they don't really want to judge this situation, but there is a need to disconnect from a past connection. They're still hurting from this. They're not letting it go. So let's continue to have a feeling and see. You know, your person, they reach for you. They reach for your heart. They look. It's like I'm getting like they're looking for your heart. They're looking for your empathy or your sympathy, because a lot of them, you guys, I'm having a vision of them. You know, they've been on the run. There's a lot of inner child wounding here. So when they look at you, their spirit, they reach for you. They reach for your light. And they don't know how to tell you. They just don't know how to tell you that they care. So some of you guys are dealing with someone who's incredibly, either it's my way or the highway, and this has been the issue. Because Isis is present here, goddess, Isis, okay, Egyptian goddess. What she's saying is that your relationship is moving through a time where both of you are having to ascend in a different way. Both of you guys are starting to transform old behaviors in order to transmute them and become something better for each other. Because what this is you're showing your person, you know, what I love is the feminine, okay? Our purpose is to teach our masculine that they could do better, not by yelling. We don't need to yell. We don't need to be confrontational. We don't need to belittle them or dim them. But what we do is we say, here are my boundaries. Communication is key. Something my therapist used to always tell me is that you have to communicate clearly. They can't read your mind. And by the feminine here, by you standing in your power and showing your masculine with your action, I am not okay with this. You don't have to yell. You don't have to get an attitude. You don't have to, like, it's like the human experience of unconditional love is to be able to hold space, to look at a person from a different perspective, to say, yes, that might be my beloved, but they're still an individual. They're still learning, they're still processing, they're still evolving, and so are you. So the lesson here, the feminine, you're having to be the mother. You're maternal. You're encompassing this beautiful, beautiful angelic vibe. I can't make this up. Hello, divine feminine. Look at this. You are giving birth. Look at the vision that I had. This is the vision right here. The rose growing out of the soil underneath the foundation of this relationship. you're really showing your person who's boss in a loving way. So how are they feeling? They feel like you are their feminine, like you're their future mother, mother of their children. For some, it may get really Freudian, you guys. What can I say? It's getting real Freudian here. Oh my goodness. So they see you. They see you as a person that they want to spend the rest of their life with. Because a lot of you are bringing kindness that they've never had before. So how are they feeling? Pile 1. You're dealing with someone who keeps themselves bound. It's like they purposely sabotage their relationships. How do they feel? Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. So they're still growing. Surprise, surprise. They're still, they're still learning their ways. You guys are accessing, different visions, different dimensions. They're trying to figure themselves out. It's like they're looking for you, but they're also looking for new creative methods in this relationship. The earth element here, they feel like you are all that. They're looking at you like you are really bringing something new into their life. Okay? They feel really, really, really drawn to you. So let's see. They're like intense. But I have to say, with the Page of Pentacles, you guys, it's very, it's still very immature. Okay? Still very young. Capricorn, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sag for some. The Chariot, they're very focused on their intention, you guys. They feel like a lot of you guys are incredibly intelligent. The Feminine, you are older than this person, or you are bringing a more wise, mature vibe into this situation, and it's kind of threatening their peace, okay? They do feel and think about you in terms of growing. How can I grow with you? So we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, okay? They don't feel good enough for you financially right now. So this is why they're kind of battling their emotions, okay? They're kind of battling their own inner shadow with you because their money right now is not flowing. So your person is really pulling from a place of, I just need you to hold space. Can we heal together? Can we figure it out? So I am getting a lot of conversation, you guys. This person might want to talk to you via phone, via email, text. Maybe if you guys are on a dating site, they might want to chat a little bit more. So what is the advice? Because what I'm getting is someone who's blocking themselves from coming towards you. They are so intensely aware of their heart, but they're afraid. So we have the Page of Swords. So your spirit guides and your angels are saying, take notes, you guys. Be aware of rushing. Don't rush the process, because it's almost like what you get is what you get. What you see is what you get, right? So you see how in this photo, the Feminine here, she's cloaking her eyes, she's covering her eyes. It's almost like, don't go into this with a variety of judgment. The Page of Swords for me is about collecting information from a place of truth. So start things off with honesty. This is also about becoming more mature in the way you guys communicate. So what is the outcome? You guys are going to be building. It's going to be a slow but sure build. But your person, you guys, you have to set the tone. Like Isis, she sets the tone as a very maternal energy. If your person gets out of line, you guys have to give it some space, because they're learning from you, okay? You are the sacred feminine. You are the divine purpose here. It looks good, though. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's move on. let's go ahead and do pile 2. How are they currently feeling about you? Wow. So I am having a vision here of the yin yang, okay? So there's a duality of masculine and feminine energies. There's a lot of growing, you know how a yin yang symbol, you guys? So on the darker side, there's a little bit of some light, and then on the light, there's a little bit of some dark. So this is some serious, I don't know why it makes me think of some Carl Jung energy. Like, we're talking about alchemy, we're talking about this connection could also be a twin flame connection, okay? We have, wow, you guys, Magdalene here present. So this is a story from what I know about Mary Magdalene. Please correct me, you guys. I just know a little bit about her. I just started learning. She wasn't really on the right path, and later on she converted to Christianity, I believe, in some stories, but you guys can let me know. The feminine here, you're learning how to become more, less rushed in a relationship. You're learning how to be more attuned to your needs. And you're no longer, you see how the feminine here, she's cloaking herself. Her body is not nude, but she is holding a pink rose. This is representative of unconditional love. You're showing your masculine how to live without the physicality, without the lust, without the fixation on superficiality. And there's something very sweet and pure here. So both of you guys are learning how to kind of create a space where both of you feel safe. So let's go ahead and see pile 2. Some of you guys have had a distance from this person for about 4 weeks, 4 months. I'm getting a distance. Let love enter. Something about your masculine leaving, this was very painful, or whoever this was incredibly painful. Dance for life and hope. There's a lot of nostalgia here, looking at the phone, waiting for each other, waiting for this person to call you, or vice versa. And I am feeling there's an enormous wave. There's a lot of energy, okay? There's a lot of energy around learning how to become more. It's like you're honoring who you are. You know, your person, they have a hard time with themselves. With Beauty and Beast, they have a really hard time with themselves because of their background, because of where they come from, because of who they are. There's a lot of back and forth, push-pull. It's like they want to commit to a better life is what I'm hearing. Some of you, this person has an active record with the law. I am having a vision of a lot of restrictions in their life. They are continuously, trying to find themselves. And with 7-7, this journey for both of you is incredibly enlightening. It's a level of enlightenment, okay? So we have Goddess Kuan Yin and Mercy. So there's a story here between Kuan Yin, Mary Magdalene, and what do you think? What do you think it is? There's a development of compassion. So for a lot of you, your person, we do have compassion here. I'm having a vision of your person. Both of you guys are trying to kind of merge two different polarities. Both of you are incredibly different, Both of you are incredibly, there's a duality here. I'm also having a vision of a dog here, so there's loyalty involved. There's a lot of loyalty. Okay. But the loyalty also, you know, when I think about a dog, I think about our seventh heaven. I think about our Creator's light, our guidance. Your person is battling between their mind and their heart. Okay, they're battling between their mind and their heart. And although right now I am getting a lot of Saturn energy, it's like both of you guys may be in a karmic partnership. This could also be about twin flame connections, okay? There's a need to really learn the process of becoming more compassionate with each other's journey. Okay, because I am getting a lot of frustration here. The feminine, I feel you are still learning your way as well. You are still learning how to kind of be, you know, more, it's like you're trying to hold space for yourself, you guys. You're really trying to own it. And your person, I am getting a lot of tears. There was a lot of pain. Your person just kind of leaves you out in the cold. They do. I feel it. They leave you out in the cold. And a lot of you are like, well, why? Right? A lot of you are like, what's going on? And you know, what's really going on is that they're having to really learn that they cannot continue this path with you. A lot of my feminines, I really need you to stand strong. Look at me. Take a deep breath. We can love people. We can love people, but we cannot save them. And there's several reasons to this. The more you allow yourself, to dim your lights, and to continue to be part-time in someone's life, whether you are a woman or a man, it does not matter. This is going to dim you even further. It's going to dim you. So right now what's going on in this connection, there's a separation for both of you. But you see there's, oh my gosh, I had a vision of fire right now. So that is confirming. So with the Eight of Cups and the Sun rising, I'm getting the feminine say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I don't know why I'm getting that song by Jennifer Lopez, If You Had My Love. So a lot of my femmes here, you are independent. You've got it going for yourself. And you know, with that number 8, you are clearing some of your own karma, Saturn karma. You're becoming more, it's like you would rather walk towards the sun than surrender your power. You'd rather walk towards the ascension process than have to limit yourself. Your person is not in a good place because they are also learning about their self-worth. So there's a frustration. You see, there's a lot of static. I'm getting static. There's a lot of this pulling for something that we don't, you know, we're not getting. One of the hardest things as a prior, loving masculines who were unrequited, right? Loving men who didn't love me back. That's what it felt like. It was addictive. You know why it was addictive? Because for me, like all of us, right? Unrequited love, it's like the challenge of being accepted, the challenge of validation, the challenge of being loved. But then let's take a step back and let's analyze our behavior. Why do we love human beings that cannot hold space for us? There's always a giver, sometimes a narcissist, right? Sometimes someone who's very confident and they know their boundaries. So your journey here is to learn how to love from a place of fullness. It does not feel good to love someone who does not love you in return. It's not good for your spirit. It's not good for your self-esteem. The invitation for both of you is to walk away, and this is what I feel you have been doing. You are saying, listen, Beyonce, me, myself, and I, okay? You're not having it. 9 of Wands. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person have, Leo, Sag, Aries, some of you guys, this person has put up so many walls with this 9 of Wands or vice versa. It's like unreachable, When I think of the 9 of Wands, you guys, I always think about learning from trauma, learning from the past, learning from boxing yourself in. Someone here does not want to see the possibility, the potential of the growth that this connection can bring. Not because of anything else, but feeling very insecure. Someone here does not want to open their heart. They don't want to open their heart to this experience. Both of you guys are very headstrong. If you're waiting for some news, there are going to be changes coming up around Sunday. Sunday is very prominent. Okay, so let's continue. There's a very masculine, fiery energy and presence of your person. Although you guys are moving into separation, if you haven't already, this is important for the feminine because you are learning how to protect yourself in a spiritual way. You're saying, I cannot surrender my self-esteem. I cannot surrender this beautiful pink rose for a relationship that is not meeting me full way. Because either way, it is going to strip you from feeling confident, or it's going to strip you from your value. I'm having a vision of 1-1, activation, manifestation. Okay. Building a legacy, building on sturdy foundation. Both of you guys are not really seeing this from an earth plane. I don't know why I'm getting a lot of Neptunian energy. I'm getting a lot of really focusing on the spirituality, but not really focusing on building. And that is because your person is fixated on control. Right now, your beloved is saying, I want to reach for you, but I'm controlling my environment. And you know why? Because the feminine here, Leo, Sag, Aries, you are learning how to hold space for yourself. And you're learning how to become more independent. What's that song, you guys? Kelly Rowland. It's Like That. She's newly single, and she's like, okay, well, let me go ahead and get my club on, right? What's that other song? Selena Gomez, her new song about choosing herself instead of the relationship. This is where you guys are. This is a very transformative experience. I don't want you to minimize the actual development of what this person brought into your life, because this person definitely right now with religious factors, there's movement. They are not sure because of religion. They're not sure because of their culture. They're not sure because of their values, their beliefs. They're not sure because of a million things. This person is incredibly dual. One day they feel like this, one day they feel like that, you know, and here we have restrictions. The feminine, you are choosing yourself and you are saying, you know what, this is me. This is me. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. So Spirit, who is controlling this? Okay. In this connection, your person, what they're doing is they're holding back. There's divine intervention. There's a reason why you guys are moving into separation. They are not wanting to see themselves. The feminine, you are the bringer of water like Yemaya. You bring stillness. You bring calm, you bring awareness, you bring so much peace. But sometimes when you bring so much of your sustenance, of your prana, people take advantage of that. Your beloved needs a little bit of some, this is what it's like to be without me. Okay, so we do have let your friends help you and romantic feelings. So if you guys are wondering, this person right now, they are dating and they definitely have some feelings for you, but I do feel they have a pending situation as well. They are used to maybe a fast lifestyle. I don't want to say fast women because that might not be it, but they're used to a fast kind of environment. And what you're showing them is, I have a standard. You know, a lot of you guys are saying, I have a standard. This is who I am. Right? So this is powerful, you guys. This person is not happy without you. I feel like there was a very toxic kind of pattern of creating a very intense environment for you and wanting to kind of bring you back. They're letting you go, wanting to bring you back. You know, there's been a lot of them working through their own stuff, I would say, projection, denial. And what you are doing is not just showing them, but you are showing yourself. You are showing your legacy. You are showing your ancestors. You are showing yourself that you can stand up for yourself and that you can also become a feminine who is in their power. So how are they feeling about you right now? Some of you guys have currently moved into a new relationship or a new connection with somebody, but you still think about your person. There's been a disconnection of 4 weeks, 4 days, 4 months. How do they feel? Yeah, they feel like they're healing from being left out in the cold. Some of you guys took their light. You took your coins. Maybe, you're moving through a divorce, but it's like, okay, I'm going to take the key to my heart and you can just sit outside. Figure it out. Okay, so they're feeling it, you guys. They're feeling it. They have a photo of you. For some, this person, they know where you hang out or they know where you're at. I am getting they're tuning into your energy though. They're constantly orbiting around you. They feel as if they realize now what they lost. This is all about toxic masculinity. Some of them, they just don't know how to love from a positive place, from a place of freedom. There's a lot of needing to control, right? So So the Three of Pentacles, they want to work with you. They want to build with you. It's like they see you as someone who can help them in life as well. And I think both of you guys have a very complementary Mercury placement. So there's like a flow in your communication. Maybe you guys feel at home when you communicate. It almost feels like, oh, wow, we're like best friends, right? What did I say? Three of Cups. I can't make this up, you guys. Oh, my goodness. This is about friendships. This is about community. This is about connecting. This person really wants to connect with you. They realize what they lost. But again, you're dealing with someone who is very afraid to let love enter. So it may not be the way you think it is. How do they feel? They're very unsure. Some of you, I don't know if you've told this person how you feel, but something about this is not traditional or it's not their culture. Culture is an issue. Beliefs, maybe they're into some kind of, darker aspects of the craft. I don't know. Maybe you guys are not. Someone here is religious, Christian. I mean, there's a duality in belief systems that is bothering them. So it's like they look at you, and although they may be incredibly in love with you, or they feel this pull, this draw, they see the separation. They see the I can't for whatever reason. And for a lot of you, they may not believe in marriage, or they're tainted, you guys. You guys are dealing with someone who's incredibly, they're having a hard time with their beliefs, their spirituality. It's like they feel like these birds are pecking at them because it's like they want to come towards you. They want to, start establishing some serious foundation here, but they feel like, what am I going to do, This person watches you a lot on social media. They're very active about watching. They like to see how you move. So how do they feel? Let's see. Strength. How do they feel about you? They see your strength, you guys. You're very strong, very powerful. Wow. They really want to offer you a new beginning. This person feels, they can feel this connection. This feels more like work, though. They want to work with you, or they want a slow build with you. There's a network of building of something with you, but it's not going to be friendship right away. Does that make sense? It's not going to be something that is going to happen super fast, because this person likes to be in control, and whatever happened most recently really threw them for a loop, and now they want to take a step back. They want to be more how do we treat each other now that we're friends? So in May, expect a proposition of maybe a long-term commitment, but I am getting someone who travels a lot. They like to be distant. Okay, so they're working through some serious stuff, you guys, but open your heart. Please open your heart. It's really important. Mary Magdalene, she was about, her whole story was about transforming herself into Christianity when she had a really dark past. So giving room for each other to, reflect, not not becoming overbearing or needy, and letting things flow. Let yourself be free, okay? So let's go ahead and see. Okay, pile 3. Okay. So let's talk about this. Let's see what's going on with your beloved, shall we? Let's see what Ascended Master is walking with you guys. Jupiter. You guys, pile 3. Yes. Kali. Kuan Yin. Yes. Tell me this isn't it. Tell me this is not it for your relationship. Look at that. Death and rebirth. We have the goddess of love and compassion. Opening your heart, death and rebirth. I'm getting a lot of Jupiter here, you guys. So there's an abundance connection here. Both of you guys are learning how to help each other. Also, maybe a lot of learning. I'm also getting Uranian energy. So there's something that's out of the box for both of you. There's something that's incredibly out of the ordinary for both of you. Okay? I'm getting this connection was fated, but it's almost like when you guys met, it was unexpected. Okay, there's an unexpected meeting here of this connection, and Kali Ma is, Kali is not only the darker aspects of our shadow, but she challenges us to believe in surrendering those deep, dark parts of ourselves that are keeping us limited, that are keeping us bound to negativity. When I think of her, I always think about how she slays all shadow energy. She's very protective. And what I love about her most traditional aspects is her, she has several arms, right? And then, she's holding on to different tools. I believe they're tools. If not, please correct me below. So there's a very priestess energy here that you guys are moving through. So it's like both of you guys challenge each other darker, like these darker aspects really come out. Bobby Valentino, slow down. And it could just be about physicality, breaking free from superficiality, but also breaking free from having to see each other as needing to control the environment or needing to control the relationship in itself. So the feminine here, you really want a home. You really want something that you can build the foundation with, that you can create a sense of stability with. Okay, so we do have stand up to the elements in reverse. There's a lot of blue energy here, so the air element is very present. A lot of communication, a lot of back and forth, a lot of creative ideas that are being a little bit, I want to say right now, both of you guys, your communication is stagnant. There's like some intensity about the way you guys communicate. I'm getting, someone here always gets upset with the way the communication is flowing, okay? Someone here always gets upset. And the other wants to flow. So there's a transformative lunar quality here. Feminine, you are teaching your masculine that you are not just feminine. You are not going to just take their BS, that you are also going to transform it, and you're going to teach them how to, you're going to teach them how to treat. You're going to teach them how to treat you. What you don't know about them, some of you have no idea, but they really have never had a feminine quality like yourself in their life. They are learning. Jupiter is present, speaking of abundance, higher learning, wisdom, needing to commit to a different perspective to make this work. There's almost like a defeated attitude here, Pal 3. Your person feels defeated because it's like both of you are speaking the same love language, but no one's listening. And we have peaceful relationships. Your person, I'll have to say right now, I'm having a vision that they're around people who are not giving sound advice. They are not, they're listening to gossip, which is what's clouding their judgment. They're not listening to their internal, truth. So we do have impressions. So this person, they may be actively seeking you. They want to grow with you. But the issue here is that both of you are not speaking the same language. There's a lot of confrontation, but the love is there. And you know what's there is this lunar illumination of the feminine. This person has never in their life been able to love the way you inspire love. And where there is love and trauma, there is fear. You combine love and trauma of our individual lives, and it equates to fear. Right? You're encouraging your beloved to level up. When you set boundaries and you set you set the tone for respect, you teach your person how to love you. You set the tone. Like, I'm not a doormat. Right? A lot of you guys want a peaceful relationship, and this person, they may actively be around people who are parasitic or they're constantly negative. There's a lot of gossip, and there's an impression here. This person, upon meeting you, it's like love at first sight. They met you and they're like, oh my gosh, instant, right? Speak the truth at all times, learning something new. No, this is inner calm, you guys, inner calm and balance. Wow. Some of you, you're dealing with someone who is a little bit narcissistic. I hate to throw that word around. I don't like that term because we use it so much, right? When we get angry, there's so many of us who go on these rants. Oh, they're a narcissist. It's very common. It's very true for some of us. But narcissism can have there's blurred lines here. Right? Sometimes we are people who never learned how to give. Or maybe when we gave, it was taken for granted. So we have a duality here. Narcissism can get blurry. Now, what you're learning about someone who's incredibly selfish, this is the mirror for empaths and narcissists. Like, I'm sure you guys have heard of this, right? There's usually narcissists tend to gravitate towards people who have high levels of empathy because they don't have it. But that's textbook, right? For others, you're dealing with someone who has never learned how to give to anybody but themselves. So what you're doing is you're learning how to give more to yourself instead of this relationship. You're learning how to bring your energy back, and you are saying, I'm going to speak my truth. Right? So right now, Kali is helping you, the Dark Mother. You're having to become the Dark Mother. You're becoming the Dark Mother, or you have been. You know why? Because you're saying, I have my limits. And if that's not the case, there's just been too much of this person thinking that you're going to be there. Oh yeah, they'll call me. And you're like, fear. There's fear here because your person actually is falling in love with you. They don't know what to do. Right? So we have past life relationship in reverse. A lot of karma. You guys are releasing some serious karma. But what I love is that my guides are showing me abundance. So not only are you learning abundantly, you are learning how to become more. There's an expansion of knowledge for both of you. This is going to trigger both of you guys to educate yourself in something, or both of you are feeling really, really excited to move forward and you're learning something new. Age differences, religious backgrounds, structures. For you guys, I feel like this person has this deep belief. If they love me, they're going to come chase me, right? Or they're going to, beg me. This is something that's very, very, I really want to see growth in the masculine when it comes to this, because this is something I've encountered with a lot of men in my life, that if a woman isn't like throwing themselves on the ground for them, it's not love. And it's not a bad thing. It's just, it reflects their mothering, right? So there's a direct reflection of the kind of mothering that they had in their life, or a lack of. So you are walking into your person's life and you are challenging their beliefs. Because believe it or not, there's a lot of this: if you are not there when I want you to be there, on call, tripping over all obstacles to be with me, then you don't love me. That's not love. You guys are moving through some serious lessons. Both of you, equally, both of you. And the biggest for your beloved is to learn, their own limitations, like they're having to learn that you have boundaries. My mother used to always tell me, set the tone from the beginning. You set with everyone. You set the tone from the beginning. Date a respetar, right? I always looked up to my mother. She was always so feminine, so sophisticated. She never yelled. This is the tone, you guys. There's respect here. New love in reverse. This person, or the idea of this person, they're blocking new love because you guys are still holding on. You're not wrong for holding space for their transformation, but this whole, look at this. We have deserved reward in reverse. They can't offer you that right now. They're too busy listening to their friends. This may be someone who's just they're constantly testing the waters. Do you still love me? Right? Are you still there? It's very, how are you guys doing it? This is intense. This is intense. But it's worth it. It's valuable. There's value here. Even if you guys aren't together forever, there's value here. So let's go ahead and see what's happening. So, 10 of Cups. How is this person feeling? Let's take a look at the imagery. The feminine, you are, you're in the middle. The masculine is protective of the legacy. There's a waning moon here, a crescent moon. The feminine, you're holding the child. There's an extension here for both of you in the future. This person feels like you represent home. For some, you are choosing to nurture their inner child by giving them some serious boundaries. And you're saying, okay, well, this is where I'm going to, how do they feel about you? This person has been fantasizing about a future. They want to see you. They want to be with you. But it's a lot. I'm hearing on my terms. Maybe an Aries moon or a sun in Aries. So it's like they're charging ahead. There's two different paths and they're going to have to make a decision, okay? This person needs to make a decision. But what I see here is an offer of a new beginning, a firm foundation. For some, they're going to move pretty quickly. They're very extreme. Who's dating a Gemini here? This is some extreme energy. So we have the Two of Wands. The Emperor. You guys, this person is ready to settle down. Whatever you guys most recently did, it's like you released them with the purification process of water. It's like you have literally washed their ego down the drain. They love you. They love you, you guys. But you got to show them. It's like you got to show this person that they can't have everything they want when they want it. sometimes we need to give them a little bit of a tough love. Some of you are dating someone who's very popular. They're in the industry, or they're doing something where they stand out. They get, they are not far away from people who love them, okay? They have several dating options. But what they feel with you is a presence. And what they feel with you is they want to grow with you. They want to show you off. This person is going to show people, like they're going to just put you on their social media. They're going to be like, oh yeah, this is my beloved. This is my person. They want to be very showy. They may be in Aries with a Gemini cusp or moon somewhere, a sun, moon, rising, Venus. There's a lot of show. Maybe a rapper or a singer, or they're doing something where they're going to be very showy about you. This person also has people watching you. They're very vigilant about what you're doing, who you're with, but they are going to show that they are really in love with you. You guys, this has been a positive reading. Like, okay, this may be someone, so you have someone from the past here. You have a choice. One person from the past, one person who's coming in, who will want to offer you something quickly right away. They're not going to hesitate, okay? Like, this person is not going to hesitate to show love. Look at this. Some of you, this person has a very, they just got money, they got status, I don't know, but they are ready to show you the world. Kind of reminds me of Aladdin, you guys, like getting on the magical carpet. It's like they're going to show what they have to offer. So it's going to be up to you. Don't close the door on new love, you guys. Some of you are just going to have to do this death and rebirth thing. You're going to have to let go of a karmic partner here, but there's someone coming in who's saying, I want to master this connection. They may even be into spirituality or spiritualism, and that's how you guys are going to connect, okay? So what is your advice here? This person's really into you, you guys. I don't know, my guides are saying flow. My spirit guides are saying flow. Take your time. Take your time. So we have the Six of Wands. So what is your advice? So this is saying, don't forget about your platform. This person may have a lot going on and they might definitely charge forward. But this connection, whatever new connection this is and how they feel about you, they're going to want you to be confident, because they're in the public eye, or they're doing something where people are watching. They're going to want you to be very confident. Your advice is to stand in your power, because you have your own entourage. You got your own stuff. You got your own fan club. And even, listen, even if you don't walk like you do, your person is not shying away from doing it. So this is where you show them that you can also stand in your own power, right? I love you guys. I hope that was helpful. Bye.